noticed your posture changing? Maybe your shoulders are rounding forward. Maybe you're starting to feel like you can't stand up quite as tall as you used to. If you've been diagnosed with osteoporosis, or if you're worried about spinal fractures, this can start to feel really scary. You might wonder, is it safe to strengthen my back? What exercises can I actually do without making things worse? So here's the deal. You can fix your posture and you can build back strength even with osteoporosis. And today I'm going to show you how to do it safely, effectively, and confidently. In this video, we'll talk about the key muscles that support good posture, why back strength is essential for protecting your spine, and the safe and simple exercises that you can start doing today to improve your posture and to reduce your fracture risk. You don't need a gym or intense workouts, just a few smart strategies that you can use at home to support your spine and to stand taller and with more confidence. Hello, my friends. I'm Sarah, a BoneFit certified fitness instructor, a 500-hour trained yoga teacher with additional training that's specific to osteoporosis and yoga, and a nutritional health coach through the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. I'm on a mission to reduce the number of osteoporotic fractures that happen each year, and I am so pleased to have you join me in the journey to better bone health. So before we dive into the exercises for today, let's talk about why posture is such a big deal when it comes to bone health. When you think about posture, you might picture someone simply standing up straight or maybe even sitting up straight. But when it comes to osteoporosis, posture is so much more than that. Having poor posture, especially forward rounding of the spine, can actually increase the risk for having a spinal compression fracture. Over time, that slouched, comfortable position that we find ourselves in, it places extra pressure on the front part of our vertebrae, which, if you're already vulnerable because you have low bone density, can cause real problems. But when our posture is upright and your back muscles are strong, you're not only supporting your spine, you're also helping your body to more evenly distribute the load, which increases safety and reduces the risk for having an injury during your everyday movements. Improving posture isn't about forcing your shoulders back or standing up straighter all day long. It's actually about retraining the muscles that hold your spine in proper alignment. It's about gently and consistently improving things in a way that fits your body. So let's take a quick tour of the muscles that help you to stand tall, to move safely, and to protect your spine. You don't need to memorize their names, but it's helpful to know what they do and why they matter. Think of your back muscles as your posture power team. There's a group of muscles that are called the erector spinae that run along your spine. These are your lift me tall muscles. They help you to stay upright and gently extend your spine instead of letting it collapse forward. Next, we have the multifidus, which is a set of tiny muscles that sit deep between your vertebrae. Their job is actually to keep you stable. They help your spine to stay aligned when you move, when you bend, or if you were to twist. Next, your upper back and your shoulder muscles play a really big role too, especially the rhomboids and the trapezius. These are the ones that pull your shoulder blades back and support an open and confident posture. When these muscles are weak, then your shoulders start to round forward over time. This puts extra strain on your spine that we don't want. And we also can't forget our core muscles. Your core is more than just your abs. It includes deeper muscles that wrap around your torso, a bit like a corset. This includes your transverse abdominis and even your pelvic floor muscles. They work together with your back to keep your spine steady when you move in different directions. These muscles matter because when they're strong and active, they work like a built-in back brace that supports your spine from all different sides, helping you to move with better posture and to lower your risk of having both falls and fractures. A lot of people with osteoporosis worry that moving their spine will actually cause a fracture. But the truth is that staying still can make things worse over time. Gentle, intentional movement does a few really important things for your bones and for your spine. First off, it increases blood flow. Your bones, just like your muscles, need nutrients to stay strong and healthy. When you move, you boost the circulation that happens and it brings blood to your spine, which helps to deliver the nutrients that your bones need for both maintenance and for repair. Second, movement keeps your joints and your muscles more flexible and strong. If we never move the spine, then it can become stiff and the muscles around it can actually weaken, making you more prone to having an imbalance or an injury. But keep in mind, when we move, it has to be the right kind of movement. When it comes to improving posture and protecting your spine, two types of movement are especially helpful: spinal extension and lateral movement, or side to side. So let's talk about why both are so powerful, especially when you're managing osteoporosis. Extension is a movement that opens the front of the body and strengthens the muscles that run along your spine. With osteoporosis, many people develop rounded posture over time, and that forward flex position puts more pressure on the front part of the spine, and it can increase fracture risk. By focusing on extension exercises, you're strengthening the back muscles that pull your posture upright and helping your spine to stay aligned and supported. So extension also activates the large postural muscles like the erector spinae, the rhomboids, and your traps, all working together like a built-in brace for your spine. Studies show that spinal extension exercises can actually increase bone density in the spine when they're practiced consistently and safely. One of the easiest ways to create extension through the spine is to reach your arms up over your head. Go ahead and try this out with me right now. On your next inhale, reach your arms up over your head, creating extension through your spine. This simple movement has real benefits, and it's one of the most underrated exercises out there. So when you reach your arms up over your head, you increase blood flow through your spine, which is a really good thing that we want. But did you know that your tummy muscles also turn on to keep you stable when you reach your arms up overhead? So try reaching your arms up overhead one more time, and this time pay attention to your tummy muscles as they turn on and start working to keep you stable. So this simple movement is one that you can do while you're sitting or while you're standing, and you can do it throughout the day. It's just a natural stretch that becomes part of your day. Okay, let's talk about the next movement that's really beneficial for the spine and for the health of your back and your internal organs, and that's lateral movement. Lateral movement refers to moving from side to side. Studies show that even for people who have a permanent rounded over shape at the top part of their spines, lateral movement can actually help to open up the thoracic or the middle back section, which will increase blood flow and nourish your spine. But it also takes pressure off of the internal organs that are held inside of your rib cage, which helps to improve your quality of breathing. Side to side movement helps you to take fuller breaths. It actually improves your ability to breathe. Lateral movement helps to build core strength. It improves balance and side to side stability. It helps to activate your hips and your pelvis, which are key for preventing hip fractures. And it helps your body to move in a more complete, functional way. Plus, strengthening the side body also supports better posture from all angles, not just from the front and from the back. When we include both extension and lateral movement, we're giving the spine the strength that it needs to stay tall and resilient. And we're supporting the hips, core, and balance systems in our bodies that help us to move safely throughout our daily lives. You can start with some spine-safe exercises at home, and that's what we're going to cover next. So here are a couple of exercises that you can do with a resistance band to strengthen your back. And keep in mind that these can also be adapted to do with hand weights, depending on how much resistance you want. These exercises can be done from a standing or a seated position, depending on what works better for you. Hold your resistance band out in front of you at chest height. Pull your band apart and then return to center. Repeat this exercise for a set of 5. At this point, switch to doing a different exercise, and then you can come back and do another set of this one and pull the band apart another 5 times. The next exercise that you can try doing with resistance band is actually to pull your band apart while you're reaching it up overhead. And then from here, take your band over towards one side, coming through center and then over to the other side, before lowering your band back down. This combines both extension and lateral movement. Do a set of 5 of these and then return to doing the first exercise of pulling your band apart. And then at that point, you could even reach your arms back up and repeat this exercise another 5 times. These exercises are designed to target your upper back and your shoulders, improving postural control and fixing your posture by strengthening the postural muscles that hold you upright. Building strength in this area will help to reduce rounding over time. The next exercise can also be done in a seated or a standing position. Bring both your arms out to the sides and bend your elbows so that your arms are reaching up and your elbows are at about a 90-degree angle. In yoga, we refer to this arm positioning as having cactus arms, but they could also be goalpost arms if you're a real football fan. From here, lift your arms up just a couple of inches. Hold this position for a few seconds before returning to your starting position. Move slowly and with control as you do this. Work to do a set of 5 of these. This exercise works your rhomboids, your mid-back, and your shoulders. It helps to open up your chest and to strengthen your postural muscles. When we talk about strengthening the spine, it's also important to include some exercises to strengthen your core and glute muscles, because these provide support and stability for your spine long term, and this also helps to fix posture and to strengthen our backs. So planking, whether it's done down on the floor at the wall, your kitchen counter, or even something creative like using a grand piano. I actually have a client who teaches piano lessons and she regularly planks against her grand piano. This always makes me smile. At any rate, planking in any of these forms will help to strengthen your deep core muscles and your spinal stabilizing muscles. Work to hold your plank for as long as you can. You might start out with just a couple of seconds and then gradually work your way up to holding a plank for 30 seconds and then even a minute. The next exercise is doing clamshell seated with a resistance band. I quite like this version, even for clients who are fit and can easily get down to the floor. There's just something about this version. It provides excellent glute work. So to do this, bring your feet and your knees close together. Wrap your band over the top of your legs and then bring your band back up, holding the band over your legs. From here, work to push your knees out to the sides as far as you can. This will get your glutes working, and this will help to provide support and stabilization for your spine. As you do each of these exercises, make sure that you can comfortably breathe through them. While you do these, could you talk to me? Can you tell me that you're feeling stronger? Or maybe that you absolutely hate them? When it comes to exercise, it's totally okay to have a love-hate relationship with me. The goal with any exercise is to work to your edge, but not beyond it. We want to avoid having pain. Having a small amount of muscle soreness is okay, and it's even a good thing, but we don't want any pain. There's a distinct difference between having some muscle soreness and having pain. You also don't want to overdo things so that you wake up the next day and think to yourself, what did I do yesterday? Did I get hit by a Mack truck? Remember that strength is built gradually over time, and a little bit with consistency can add up to a lot over time. We just have to be a little bit better over time. And if we do that, we'll end up surprising ourselves and find that we're actually able to get considerably stronger. You have so much more power than you think to fix your posture, to protect your spine, and to build strength in your back, even with osteoporosis. The important thing is to start from wherever you are right now. Choose movements that support your body and then practice them consistently. Little by little, your efforts are going to build up. and your spine, your strength, and your confidence will all begin to improve with it. So if you found this video helpful, please share it with someone that you know and love who could also benefit from fixing their posture and strengthening their back for better bone health. Together, we can share this message, and together we can make a difference. So, I would love to hear from you. Which of these exercises are you going to try out first? And if you would like to have more support and structure as you work on building strength, I have additional resources that are linked below in this video description. Plus, there's new videos that come out every week to help you stay active and empowered with osteoporosis. You don't have to be fragile. Your body can be adaptable. By practicing the right movements consistently, you can stand tall, you can get stronger, and you can be more confident than ever. So on that note, I look forward to talking with you soon. I will see you in the next video.